Hello students, happy Sunday. We are on to another video here. This is EduMath Hub. So we're taking some questions from LASU MET 101. Okay, so this is very important. These are likely questions for the upcoming test. Okay, for MET 101. So in a recent survey of 400 students in Palmville High College, 100 were listed as smokers and 150 as chewers of gum. Okay, 75 were listed as both smokers and chewers of gum. How many students are neither smokers nor chewers of gum? So it's just two sets here. We have just two sets, smokers and chewers of gum. So let smokers be S, chewers of gum, the other one be G. So anytime you have two sets like this, it's a very direct formula that you can use. It's always X union G is equals to NS plus NG. Then you subtract the intersection minus NS intersection G. This is for people that are in both, people that are in G, people that are in S. Then this one here, people that are involved in the whole activity. So let's pick these values from the question. So if you check the question, so in the recent survey of 400 students, so you will not write 400 here. Don't write 400 here, you're going to miss the answer. You need to know people that are involved in S, U, and G only. So leave this part alone. So go to NS. 100 were listed as smokers, so you can see it from here. 100 as smokers, so you just put 100 here. So NS is 100. Let's get the other one. Chewers of gum is 150. Okay, chewers of gum, that one is 150. Why 75 are in both? So just come here. So from this formula, you just put 100 here, plus you put 150 here, minus you put 75 here. So if you add this, you get 250 minus 75. If you subtract this, you get 175. That means all the student people that are involved in that activity, that's S union G, all of them are just 175. But everybody in the school is 400. So that means some people are not involved. These are people that are involved, 175. These are everybody in the school. So the question is, you find people that are not involved, so just subtract. So 400 minus 175. This one here will give you 5. So you have 9. So give you 2. So 225. That will be the answer. So you can check that, the option. So you can see 225 is the answer here. So for the second question, we are told that which term of the AP 49, 44, 39 is 9. Which term means you have to find the position. Okay, so let's check the first term. The first term here is 49. That means A is 49. Okay, let's find the common difference. Common difference is always back minus front. That's 44 minus 49. That will give you minus 5. If you do 49 minus 44, you miss the answer. It's always back minus front. Now put this into the general formula for AP, which is Tn is equals to A plus N minus 1D. So I'm looking for N, the position. So my Tn is 9. 9 is the term. Okay, so 9 is equals to A is 49 plus is N I'm looking for now. N minus 1. Then my D is minus 5. So just solve this for N. So let me just do that very fast. So 9 minus 49 is equals to this 5 we enter into this bracket. So you have minus 5N plus 5. So let me bring this 5 to this side. So 9 minus 49, you get minus 40. Then minus 5 is equals to minus 5N. So we solve this, you get minus 45 in this side. It's equals to minus 5N. So when the minus cancel out, you have N equals to 45. So you're going to get 9 as the answer. Your answer must be positive. So N is 9. So 9, the term 9 is in 9th position. So that's the 9th term. So the answer is D. So for the next one, we are told that in a geometric series. So for this next question, we are told that in a geometric series, the first term is 7, the last term is 448, and the sum is 889. you have to find the common ratio. So from the given data, you cannot find the sum without knowing the position of this term. We were told that it's the last term, but we don't know if it's first, second, third, as in the position. So you need to find which position this guy belongs to first. So use the general formula for a GP. So that is Tn is equals to ARn minus 1. So Tn is 448. From the question, the first term is 7. Okay, you times it by the common ratio, which is not known, then n minus 1. So let's divide both sides first. Okay, divide both sides by 7. So if you do that, if you divide 448 by 7, that will give you 64. That will give you 64. So that 64 will now be equals to r raised to power n minus 1. So there's not too much stuff you can do here. Just leave it like that. Now let's move to the formula for the sum. We're told that the sum is 889. So if the sum is 889, you have to relate it to the formula for GP. But you have to be very careful. There are two formulas for the sum. First one here, and then the second one here. So it depends on the value of r. But how we know the value of r? If r is less than 1, you use this formula here. If r is greater than 1, use this formula here. On this question, how are we going to know that r is less than or greater than 1? So we come to this question and look at it. The first term is 7, and the last term is 448. So you can see that it is increasing. Okay, it's an increasing series. It's not reducing, it's increasing. So since it's increasing, that means r will be greater than 1. So that means you are not using this formula. You are not using this one. You are using this one. Okay, so we are told that the sum is 889. So we're going to write 889 equals to A is 7 in the question, r raised to power n minus 1 divided by r minus 1. Then from this stage, cross multiply, okay, you get 889 r minus 1 is equals to 7 into r raised to power n minus 1. So the next step is to divide both sides by 7. So 889 divided by 7, that will give you 127. So you have 127 here, r minus 1, r raised to power n minus 1. Then you can expand, okay, expand. You have 127 r minus 127. From this stage, it looks as if there's not much you can do, but there's something you can do. Divide all through. Before you divide all through, take the like terms first. Bring this one to the side. Okay, so you have 127r, okay, is equals to r raised to power n. So once this 127 gets here, it's going to be plus. So if you add it to minus 1, you're going to get plus 126. Okay, then you need to do something. Divide all through by r. Divide all through by r like this. This one cancels out. You have 127. You're going to get r raised to power n over r plus 126 over r. So, but there's an answer we got at the first time. If you can remember, let me go back to it so you can see it. The answer is 64 is equals to r raised to power n minus 1. If you bring that down here, there's a way to relate it to this formula. So 64 is equals to r raised to power n minus 1. There's a way to write this in indices. It's the same thing as writing it like this. This in indices because times means plus. So an r raised to power minus 1 is the same thing as r raised to power n over r raised to power 1 or r. So that means 64 is equals to r raised to power n over r. So anyway you see this guy, you can write 64 there. And we already have it here, r raised to power n over r. So you can represent this one with 64. So I can just put 64 here. Then from here, collect like terms. So if you subtract this, you get 63 here. So you're looking for R, the common ratio. So just do. So if you divide this, you get 2. Common ratio is 2. So that's the answer there, 2. R equals to 2. For this next question, we are told that let x be the required arithmetic mean. Then 8x 16 form 3 successive terms in an AP. To find x, so you have 8x and 16. So they form an AP. So you have to find the value of x. So in AP you have d, which is a common difference. The d is constant. It must be constant. And the d is always the back minus the front. So when you do x minus 8, you must get the same answer as when you do 16 minus x. Back minus front, x minus 8 must give you the same answer as 16 minus x. So if you solve this equation, take like terms, you get 2x is equals to 24. If you solve this, you get x is equals to 24 over 2, which is 12. So the value of x is 12. So you can see it here. What are the values of x for which this equation is equals to 0? Okay, so when you see equals to 0, you just equate the numerator, that's the top, just equate this part to 0. If they say undefined, you have to equate the bottom part to 0. So since they said equals to 0, we just equate this up to 0. So this is it right here. We have equated the numerator to 0. So you can see that x is common. So you can factorize your x, bring that out. You have x squared minus 3x. So you can leave this one the way it is. Leave this one the way it is. Just factorize this. So you need to look for two numbers that if you multiply, you're going to get 2. If you add, you're going to get minus 3. So those two numbers are minus 2 and minus 1. Okay. Let me just say the two numbers are 2 and 1. So this minus in the middle, you give it to the bigger number, which is 2. Then you do minus times plus. Anything you get, give it to the smaller number. So minus times plus is minus. So that means this one we have minus. So you don't write 3x again. Don't write this one again. Just write these two guys there. Then put x at the back like that. So you're going to get x into, just write this one out. So you have x squared minus 2x minus x plus 2. Okay, you can just quickly rearrange it. X squared. I want to bring the x together. The x is close together. Then the 2 be close together. So bracket like this. So there's an x outside here, don't forget. So x is common here. X is common here. So bring your x out. That will give you x minus 1 minus 2 is common here. Bring your 2 out. X minus 1. So if you factorize this, you get x minus 2. X minus 1. But there's an x outside originally, don't forget. So you have these three, the three of them equals to 0. So you're going to have three answers. The first one will be either this one is equals to 0, that's x equals to 0, or you have x minus 2 equals to 0. If x minus 2 is equals to 0, then that means x is equals to 2. Okay, if you solve that part out, so x is or 2, or if x minus 1 is equals to 0, then that means x is equals to 1. So the answers are 0, 2, or 1. So the answers are 0, 2, or 1, but the answer is not actually there. It's supposed to be this one here. So I think there's a mistake in the question. Okay, this is supposed to be the answer. It's supposed to be 0, 2, or 1. So let's take the next question. We are told that the sum of 5 numbers in an AP is 25. And the sum of their squares is 165. You have to find the common difference. So this is how you're going to approach it. So the sum of the 5 numbers is 25 and it's an AP. So the first sum of an AP is A. So you have A plus, the second one is A plus D. The third one you have a plus 2d, a plus 3d, last one a plus 4d. So if you add all this, you must get 25. That's what's in the question. So if you add all these guys, you have a, that's 5 a's. So that's 5a plus, when you add all the d's together, you get 1, that's d plus 2d, that's 3d, 6d, 10d. So 5a plus 10d is 25. Divide all through by 5, you have a plus 2d is equals to 5. Then you're told that the sum of the squares is 165. So that means if you square all these guys and you add them, you're going to get 165. So look at what you're going to do. You need to square the terms and add them. So that will be a squared plus a plus d squared, a plus 2d squared, and so on like that, up to the last one. Everything equals to 165 from the question. So the next part is very straightforward. You just need to bring out this guy, bring out this one in all these ones. So just substitute. Okay, substitute. So here you have a squared. You have ordinary a squared. From this equation here, you can see that a is the same thing as 5 minus 2d. When you make a squared with the formula. So instead of writing this a squared, just write 5 minus 2d. Then square it like this. Plus. So we'll move to the next one, which is a plus d. So we are just substituting. Okay. So instead of writing a, you can write out 5 minus 2d. Okay, 5 minus 2d. Okay, but there's a plus d at the back. So if you simplify that, just as if you're adding d to this one. So okay, so that will give you 5 minus d. Everything squared plus. There you have a plus 2d. A plus 2d is already in the equation. A plus 2d and the value is 5. So this one here, you just write 5 squared plus. The next one you have a plus 3d. A plus 3d. So it's as if you're adding 3d to this one. If you add 3d to this one, that will give you 5 plus d. So you just come here and you write 5 plus d. 5 plus d squared plus. Then you have 4d. A plus 4d. So it's as if you're adding 4d to this one. That will give you 5 plus 2d. So just write 5 plus 2d. Everything is squared. But you don't need to stress yourself. You don't need to expand this. You can see that some things they look similar. You have 5 minus d here. You have 5 plus d here. You have 5 minus 2d here. Then you have 5 plus 2d here. So that's the concept you're going to use to simplify the whole thing. Now, if you want to simplify it, this is how you now do it. So there's a concept in mathematics which you need to remember. When you have x minus y squared, you're adding it to x plus y all squared. What you just get is 2 into x squared plus y squared. Okay, there will be no term like xy. There will be no product of x and y. It's just the first one here, square of this, add it together, then times the answer by 2. So if you apply that here, these two guys here, you just have the square of 5, the first one and the last one. That's what you need. So you're going to have 2 open brackets, 5 squared, okay, 5 squared plus d squared. Okay, that's all. Close the brackets plus, then the next one, 5 squared will give you 25. Plus, then this one you have 5 plus 2d here. You also have 5 minus 2d here. If you apply this same stuff to it, so you're going to have the square of the front, open brackets, 25 plus then 2d squared. That will give you 4d squared. So everything is equals to 165. Okay, so from here you can actually finish your work. Everything is already set. This will give you, this is 5 squared, 20, that will give you 25. 25 times 2, that will give you 50 plus 2 times d squared, that's 2d squared plus 25 plus 25 times 2, you have 50 plus 2 times d squared, 2 times 4d squared, 8d squared is equals to, then you have 165 here. So if you simplify this, you get 50 plus 25 plus 50, that will give you 125. Okay, so you have 125 plus 2d squared plus 8d squared, that will give you 10d squared equals to 165. Correct the like terms. You have 10d squared, and this one will come here, it becomes 165 minus 125. You have 10d squared is equals to 40. Divide both sides by 10, d squared is equals to 4. Then d will be square root of 4. So d is equals to square root of 4, then d will be equals to plus or minus 2. But you are going to pick the positive one, because I told that the sum is 25. It is increasing, so it's not negative. So d is plus 2. So 2. That's option C. Then for number 7, you have to find the value. For number 7, you have to find the value of x for which this expression is undefined. So since it's undefined, all you have to do is pick the bottom part. Okay, factorize the bottom part. So you have x squared plus 5x plus 6. You're going to factorize this and equate it to 0. So equate this to 0. So if you factorize it, look for two numbers that if you times you get 6. If you add or subtract, you're going to get 5. So that will be 2 and 3. So 3 is the bigger one. You give 3 the sign of this middle term. So 3 will take plus. Then you do plus times plus, give it to 2. That will also be plus. So don't write 5x again. You just write 2x and 3x. So you have x squared plus 2x plus 3x is equals to plus 6 is equals to 0. Factorize it like this. X is common. 3 is common. So I'm equating to 0. So x plus 2, x plus 3. So you have two answers, x plus 2, x plus 3. If you solve this one, you will get x equals minus 2. If you solve this one, you will get x equals minus 3. So the answers are x equals minus 2 and x equals minus 3. So that's option A. For number 8, you have to find the number of terms in an AP whose first term is 5. The common difference is 3. And the sum is 55. Okay, so the first term is 5. So A is 5. Common difference D is 3. And the sum is 55. So you just plug this into this formula for the sum of an AP, which is Sn n over 2 2a plus n minus 1 d. So Sn is 55, n over 2, we're looking for n. So 2a means a is 5, so 2a will be 10 plus n minus 1, d is 3. So you just have to just got to multiply first. So 55 times 2 will give you 110. You have n here, 10 plus, let this 3 enter here, 3n minus 3. 10 minus 3 is 7. So 110 is equals to n into 10 minus 3 is 7. That's 7 plus 3n. So all you have to do is expand, open the bracket with n. That will be 7n plus 3n squared. So just bring this one to the other side, to this side here. Equate everything to 0 and just rearrange. So this 3n squared should start it. 3n squared plus 7n. This one is coming to this side. It's going to be 0. It's going to be negative. So just factorize this. So if you factorize this, before you start, first of all multiply this 3 and 110. So 3 times 110, that will give you 330. You need to look for two numbers that if you multiply, you will get 330. And if you add or subtract, you're going to get 7. So don't waste your time. Just rewrite this one as 3 times 110. Then let's break down 110. 110 is, if you divide 110 by 5, you get 222 times 5. Okay, so 3 times 22 times 5 will also give you 330. Okay, so I'm just looking for a way to get 7. So let's break 22 down. 22 is also 3 times 11 times 2 times 5. So if you multiply this 3, you also get 330. So let's just pair it and see if we can get 7. So this is 22. And this one is 15. So that means if you do 15 times 22, you also get 330. And if you subtract this 22 minus 15, you get 7, which is what you are looking for. 7 is what is in the middle. So you can see that this is what we want. So that means our factors are 15 and 22. So come back here and just write 15, 22 here. So 22 is the bigger one. Give it plus. Do plus times minus. Anything you get, give it to the smaller one. So don't write 7n anymore. Write 22n and 15n. So you have 3n squared minus 15n plus 22n minus 110 equals to 0. So bracket it like this. So 3 is common. 3n. This will be n minus 5. 22 is common here. 22 can go in both of them. I'll give you n minus 5. Everything equals to 0. So you have 3n minus 22. Then you have n minus 5. So you have two answers. Just equate both of them to 0. But without wasting time, n minus 5 will be equals to 0. Then n will be equals to 5. If you do this one, you're going to get a fraction. The number of terms cannot be fraction. It should be a whole number. So n is equal to 5 is the answer. So that is option A. This next question, we are told that the sum of the first n terms of a series is 2n squared minus n. And to find the nth term, you need to come to this formula, which is 2n squared minus n. You come here, you look for a term that is above and the one that is below. So that means Tn, which is the nth term, will be, I'll look for a term that is above. So I'll use that one as n. Okay, I call that one Sn. Then look for the one that is below. That will be n minus 1. Now, this fourth position now, the one that is below it is third position. How did I get third? 4 minus 1 will give you 3. So that will be Sn minus 1. So I'll just come here into this formula for the sum. Anywhere I see n, I'll put n there. Come to this formula now and substitute and start with n. So I'm going to have 2n squared minus n, because I'm putting n wherever I see n, minus, this minus is the same minus here. I'll open a bracket. Then I have to put n minus 1 now. So anywhere I see n, I'm going to put n minus 1. So from here, I'll start with n minus 1. So I have 2 into n minus 1 squared, then minus here, minus n minus 1. Put this in brackets, call the minus outside. So you just need to break this and simplify it. So you have 2n squared minus n minus, you expand this one. If you expand n minus 1, you're going to get 2 into n squared minus 2n plus 1 minus, this minus will come out here. I'll give you minus n. Then it's all turn to plus 1. Okay, from here, you also have 2n squared minus n minus, let this 2 enter, 2n squared minus 4n plus 2 minus n plus 1. Just correct the like terms. 2n squared minus n minus, so minus 4n minus n, that will give you minus 5. 2 plus 1 is 3. 2n squared minus 5n plus 3. And there's a minus outside here. You open the bracket with that minus, 2n squared minus n. All the signs will change. So just try to simplify this. 2n squared will cancel 2n squared because they are the same. Okay, so minus n plus 5n, that will give 4n. So this 2 will cancel out. 5n minus n, that give you 4n. Then you just have minus 3 at the back. So this is the nth term, Tn. So check it out. I hope you are getting it. So 4n minus 3